What's up, guys? This is Doug with Basement Level Magic. We are starting a Swiss draft for Battle for Zendikar. We have just opened Ob Nixilis, which we are going to snap take and play, hopefully. That's a pretty easy one. Welcome back, everyone. I know it's been a little bit since our last draft. It's been, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. We did get some openings out there, so hopefully you guys saw those. Otherwise, I want to thank all our new subscribers. It really means a lot. And if you haven't subscribed yet, but you enjoy the videos, please consider clicking like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. Looking at this pack, so Forerunner of Slaughter is a good card, but in 2 colors. Infiltrator is good in blue. Boiling Earth is okay. I don't like taking it early. Touch of the Void is an excellent card. Seems like I play a lot of red-black. But I think Touch of the Void may just be the best card here. I like the Voracious Null. I think it's okay in a... I think it's best in a green-black. Felidar Cub, if you're playing white, is good. Core Cascader is also good. I think the more 2-drops you can pick up, the better the better off you are. I'm going to take the Infiltrator, I think. No, Touch of the Void. Last minute changing my mind. Here we have Firemental Mage, Outnumber. Outnumber's a good removal card. In other colors, we have Altar's Reap, which I do like. Bone Splinters, excellent removal as well. Again, better in black-green. And then Cloud Manta is a pretty good flyer. If you're playing blue, Lithomether's Focus is also a good removal card. So here I think probably the Bone Splinters is the best pick. Outnumber's close though, but I really want to play the Ob Nixilis, and I don't necessarily know that I'm red after this pick. My second choice in this pack is probably the Firemental Mage. But I'm going to take the Bone Splinters and see where black takes us. Expedition Envoy is a pretty good 1-drop. And Kozilek Sentinel is also pretty good. Again, we're getting good green cards. Green seems to be open quite a bit in this format so far from what I've seen. I'm tempted to take the Expedition Envoy here. It's possible we're just not playing red. It's a good early drop. Anticipate I'm so-so on. Giant Mantis I'm so-so on. Spell Shrivel would be an okay pick for a black-blue like controlled style deck. And then maybe we splash red for some removal. And I'd be open to that. Yeah, let's go ahead and take the Spell Shrivel and see where we go with this. Here we have options of Cloud Manta, Grave Birthing, Core Castigator in white. I'm wondering if any of these white cards are going to come back around. If they do, it's possible we missed some signals here. Because I think the 2-drops in white are excellent. Just kind of keeping us open. Let's see. Bone Splinters would probably be the safest pick. That would leave us with 2 of them. And then, honestly, in order to play both, we'd probably be looking to pick up some like Grave Birthings, or we'd be likely to pick up some green cards that create tokens. Yeah, I think I am going to go ahead and take the Bone Splinters. I do want to play black. I want to play Ob Nixilis. He's a double black, and I don't want to splash him. He's just too intensive to splash, but let's see what else we can pick up. So Void Attendant's quite good. I've got an option for another Grave Birthing. But we really need to be able to put some things in the graveyard in order to make that work. Could just take a big Eldrazi. I think here we take the green card, the Void Attendant, and see what the next couple packs bring. So it looks like the early drops... Oh no, we got one more pack, I think. One more pack till we're repeating. So Molten Nursery is pretty good in a Devoid style deck. Sure Strike is good in pretty much any deck. I need creatures pretty badly though at this point. So I'm thinking about taking the Sentinel versus the Nursery. I'll take the Nursery. I don't know what direction I'm going yet, but whatever direction it is, I better start taking some creatures. So I think here we take the Sentinel. It's Sentinel versus Assassin, but this is definitely not a life gain shell that we've got going so far. If we wanted to try and go for the life gain, it's not that we couldn't, it's just that, boy, I'm going to kick myself if white starts coming around. I think white is probably the most powerful color in this format. Yeah, I'm going to take the Sentinel. Probably I'm okay with getting rid of the, well, I say that I'm going to get rid of the blue and then a Merc Strider comes around. I think a Snapping Gnarlid is also quite good. So if I take the Gnarlid, what are we looking at? We have a Void Attendant we could play. Gnarlid fits pretty much with anything. But we're looking at losing Molten Nursery, Touch of the Void, and Kozilek Sentinel. And other pick, I don't see another pick we would really want here. Only thing in blue we have is the Spellsure one. I'm not married to that at all. So if we do end up black-green, the Voracious Null gets a lot better. If we end up in blue, then the Oracle of Dust gets a lot better. I have seen games where the Oracle of Dust gives you just all kinds of card advantage, and at the same time, nobody can attack through it. But I think I'll take the black card. So we really need some processors at this point if we're going to start playing like Grave Birthings. I'm going to take the Oracle of Dust just as a hedge. And here, the Giant Mantis is okay. I do like that it has reach, but I think the Skyline Cascade just has too much upside if we do end up playing it. Again, same thing with Boiling Earth. Don't know that we'll play it, but maybe. And then a Dispel. Love the art on that swamp. That is sweet. Maybe my favorite art on one of the full art lands. Alright, so pack 2, we get a Prairie Stream. We got a foil Bloodbond Vampire. Again, it's the life gain kind of theme that I don't think that we're really going to be able to do. At least not so far. Geopede is a decent creature, sort of the landfall shell. I like that better in red-green. I think probably I want to take the Skimmer or the Healer. I think the Healer comes back around. Prairie Stream, let's see what... I'm going to check and see what it's worth. Give me just one moment. So currently worth about 3 tickets. And with 8 seconds left, I think we take the Silent Skimmer. And looking at this pack, we can take another Silent Skimmer. I'd like to lower the curve if we can. So, let's see. So Natural Connection is a pretty good card in the landfall deck, but it does let you ramp. If I'm playing red, and it looks like at this point I'm a red-black deck, or a black-green deck, I think I want to play... So Nettle Drone is an excellent creature. Or Unreef Invoker is an excellent creature. Turn Against, though, is just being instant speed, take your creature is just pretty awesome. I think I want a 2-drop. I think I want to lower the curve just a bit rather than take another 4-drop. So I'm looking at the Nettle Drone or Unreef Invoker. Possibly the Chasm Guide. I don't think I want the Chasm Guide. I'm going to take the Invoker, yeah. So here we have some choices. We got some white cards. I think the Eyeless Watcher or the Territorial Baloth is probably the best choice. Watcher gives you 3 bodies and 2 mana ramp. Mindbreaker is also a consideration. It's the same amount of mana, but you get a 3/3 and exile a card that can feed your processors. Or we can go with another Silent Skimmer as a 4-drop. I actually think I might want to go Atlas Watcher here, and I think I'm going to cut blue at this point for sure. Lumbering Falls. So here we have a choice between another Boiling Earth, which I'm not going to take. Probably take the Snapping Carpet. It's just a great card. So we're trying to make a decision now between green, black, green, red. These are some pretty decent white-black cards. All of the cards in this pack are good white-black life gain type cards. So, but my real choice here is between. I mean, I can play the 4/5. It's decent, or I could just play the Earthen Arms. I'm now up to 8 creatures, but that's including all the red. Or I could take the Valakut Invoker. I think I'm leaning towards black, green. So I'm gonna take the green card. So if I end up playing the 3 colors, green, black, red, I could take the Tajur Stalwart, as it gets a little better when you're playing 3 color. Or I could just take a Vestige of Emrakul and take the 4-drop. McKinney Sliderunner also quite good. I think that's where I want to be if we are going to play 3 colors. God, it's possible I do not end up playing black, or just do something stupid and splash for an Ob Nixilis. Grove Rumblers is pretty excellent. In the shell we've got going so far. Valakut Predator is also quite good. Swell of Growth, also a card I like. I'm going to take the 2-color card. I'm not going to play Dutiful Return. I'm probably not going to play Hedron Blade. A white card at this point is probably out of the question as well. Which means Swell of Growth is the only thing here that we might see play. So I'll take that. I think Blister Pod is a good card. Especially in green-black. So I'll definitely take that. Looks like we got a Silent Skimmer, Mindbreaker, or Geyserfield Stalker. We are getting an awful lot of landfall creatures, which I don't have a problem with. But we do want to try and grab some of these natural connections and things like that if we end up being more of a landfall deck. Which honestly, it sort of is starting to look like we may. So, choice here between Mindbreaker and Mortuary Mire. Take the Mindbreaker. I just want to make sure I have enough playables. I'll take Seek the Wilds for the sideboard. I'm not looking to play it. I don't want either one of those cards, so I'll take the Swamp. Take the Island. And we left with a Kitesail Scout. I think probably the worst card in the set. My personal opinion, of course. And I may be wrong about that, but I have been totally unimpressed. I don't see a shell where it fits. Alright, so now we are looking at Prism Array, which I'm not going to take. Blighted Step, again, not going to take it. Brood Monitor would be a good one. Demon's Grasp would be good. I don't think it's first pickable. I think we'll probably see it back again anyway. Sky Spawner's a good card, but pretty far away from blue now. Yeah, I think Brood Monitor is probably just where we want to be. I would be happy to get a Sludge Crawler back at this point. I think it's a pretty good and underrated card. 1/1 for 2 mana is not bad. The Beastmaster is also a consideration. I have 0. No, I have a couple 5-drops. It's a 6-drop, so it'd be the top of my curve. I think the Brood Monitor is a better pick, and we can still probably get something for the top end here in just a bit. So Zulaport Cutthroat is an option. Dutiful Return, maybe. Probably not. Swell of Growth, I don't think so. Brute Hunter Worm, not into. Gold Draws Overseer. I mean, if we're gonna go landfall, it definitely fits. That pretty much tops out the top end of our curve. If in the rest of this pack we get any kind of mana fixing, I'd be happy to take it. Yeah, I just don't think that Processor Assault is something we can play at this point. So, the question here is like Myers Malice, Tajuber Selwart, or Valakut Invoker. I'm not 100% on even playing all three colors. Although at this point I probably am. Take the Invoker. Definitely think we're playing 18 lands. Culling Drone for an early drop, or Snapping Gnarlid. I mean, triple Snapping Gnarlid seems really good, especially in an 18 land deck. Catacomb Sifter seems pretty good. Carrier Thrall seems pretty good. And the Bailout seems good. I think we'll take the Bailout. We got a pretty good landfall deck going here. It's an odd landfall deck. Here we can take Blister Pod versus Sludge Crawler, or we could just take Mortuary Mire. I think we'll take the Sludge Crawler. I was hoping to get one anyway. I think we may even cut red if we can afford to. We'll see what we end up with. Or at least splash it very lightly. But as far as reasons to play red, I think we can cut our Molten Nursery. I don't think we're playing enough colorless things. But the Akum Sour Stonewalker does seem good. It's a card I don't know, for some reason I just enjoy. I think I'm going to take the Ruin Processor. Well, I'm going to take the Null, the Voracious Null. I don't know that either one sees play. I will take the Sludge Crawler here. I'll take the Swell of Growth. I don't think there's any chance that the Processor Assault does anything in our deck. I don't think we have enough ways to ingest or exile. So that being said, we'll put the Slab Hammer in the sideboard. We'll put the Fertile Thicket in though. That's good with the landfall deck. At a certain point, you just want to be putting a land in play every turn. I'm not sure the Gold Draws Overseer is something we want to play. I don't know. It does seem fairly good if we are playing a landfall deck, and boy, it sure seems like we are. I think the Processor, the Void Attendant, probably can be cut, just because I don't think we have enough ways to put things in exile. Take the Upheaval, I guess. So we're looking at cutting like 6 cards. I think I would cut the Mindraker or the Invoker. That's funny, we ended up with like 0 fixing. in a landfall deck, trying to play 3 colors. It's pretty awful. But Swell of Growth does allow us to play extra lands and get a little bit extra value out of our as the Seek the Wilds, out of our landfall creatures. Blister Pod's good in pretty much everything. Sledge Crawler, I don't have any problem with. I don't mind sacrificing it with the Bone Splinters. I don't mind pumping it a couple times if I have nothing else going on. Kozilek Sentinel, I'm not sure has enough targets to make it actually do something. And then, I don't know, let's see. What do we have that creates Scion tokens? We've got Blister Pod. So, post-combat you can use Akum Stonewalker on a Voracious Null, but it doesn't do you as much good. Although it is a permanent, well, I guess it does. It's a permanent buff, so you could, does it say they must attack? No, they don't have to attack, so you could actually use the Akum Stonewalker token, or not tokens, well, yeah, token creatures to sacrifice to the Voracious Null, but it ends up costing you 5 mana for 2. Yeah, 5 mana for 2 1/1 counters. I don't know. Since we're looking to cut 4 more cards, so let's see, landfall. Landfall, so 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. So 8 of my creatures are landfall. So I could cut 4 cards and they'd be all my red cards. Where does that leave me? Leaves me with 2 Swell of Growths, a Seek the Wilds, and an Earth Arms, 2 Bone Splinters, Ob Nixilis. I mean, it certainly seems powerful. But Slide Runner's quite good. Grove Rumbler is quite good. Stonewalker's quite good. So it also kind of raises our curve somewhat. Although we have 3 1-drop creatures, 4 2-drop creatures. We do have a flyer, a 3/4 flyer. Pumps other creatures but not itself. I think probably playing just green-black would be the best way to go. It's 15 creatures, 7 other cards. We can awaken and create, so this is actually a 7-drop. So it goes here. I think we can make this work, and if we need to add the red, we always can. think we can play that. I think we can play that. And it's suggesting even split. Let's sort by color and combine the groups. See where we're at. Yep. So we have less black cards, but they're slightly more mana intensive. Yeah, I think that's fine. Alright guys, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you back in round 1.